It all began with a question that thundered in the silence of a room: what if everything you believe about yourself is a lie? For David, that question wasn't philosophy. It was a blade cutting straight through the center of who he thought he was. David lived carefully. He followed rules, ticked boxes, chose safety. He studied what his parents wanted, worked at a job that offered stability, and laughed politely at jokes he didn't care for. To the world, he seemed alive. Inside, he felt invisible. Each morning, he tied his tie, combed his hair, and whispered to the mirror, "This is who you are. This is enough." Yet deep inside, another voice whispered back, "No, this isn't you. This isn't life." The contradiction tore him apart, little by little, like paper ripped slowly. He was terrified of change, but even more terrified of the quiet despair flooding his chest. One evening, as the sun sank into the horizon, David sat on a park bench. He saw a little girl trying to ride a bike. She fell again and again. Her knees were bruised, her eyes wet. But each time she fell, she got back up. And finally, after countless tries, she found her balance. She screamed with joy, and her father clapped with tears in his eyes. David felt a lump in his throat. That little girl had shown more courage in 7 years than he had in his whole life. The truth hit him hard: he wasn't living. He was surviving. And survival is not life. Change doesn't come with fireworks. It comes with whispers, trembling hands, sleepless nights. David decided he would no longer be a prisoner of fear. But courage, he soon learned, isn't a single decision. It's thousands of small decisions made in moments of doubt. He started small. He spoke up in meetings where he once stayed silent. His voice shook, but he spoke. He joined a painting class, something he had always secretly longed for. The smell of paint, the chaos of brush strokes, the freedom of creation, it lit a fire he thought was long gone. People noticed. Some laughed. Some mocked. Why waste time on childish things? Every laugh cut him deeply. But every cut became a scar, and every scar became proof that he was alive. The hardest resistance came from his family. They called him irresponsible, reckless, selfish. They said he was throwing away everything he had worked for. Their words pierced him more than any stranger's. For a while, he almost gave up. Almost. Until one night, alone in his room, he asked himself again, what if everything I believe about myself is a lie? And for the first time, he answered, then it's time to write the truth anew. His transformation wasn't glamorous. It was messy. It was full of doubts, relapses, nights of tears, mornings of regret. But also mornings of hope, bursts of laughter, sparks of joy. He learned that courage is not the absence of fear, it is walking forward with fear clinging to your shoulders. There were days he failed miserably, his paintings looked like accidents, his words stumbled, his confidence collapsed. But each failure reminded him of the little girl on the bicycle. Falling is part of learning. Scars are proof of trying. Slowly, something shifted inside. He began to see that life isn't about meeting expectations. Life is about embracing contradictions. He could be afraid and brave at the same time. He could fail and still move forward. He could disappoint others and still respect himself. One day, standing before a blank canvas, he felt no fear. Only possibility. The silence of the room no longer suffocated him, it freed him. And in that silence, a new voice rose within, steady and strong. This is who you are. This is enough. Years later, David shared his story. He never painted himself as a hero. He spoke of doubt, of fear, of scars that still burned. He spoke honestly, vulnerably. And when he spoke, people leaned closer, eyes wet, because they saw themselves in him. In every audience, someone whispered, "That's me. That's my life. That's my fear." And in that moment, a spark of courage lit within them, too. The lesson: life always offers you two voices. One whispers, "Stay safe. Don't risk. Don't change." The other whispers, "Rise. Try. Live." Most people listen to the first, and they survive. But the rare ones who listen to the second, they live. And living, truly living, is the only story worth telling. So if you ever stand before the mirror, whispering words that feel hollow, ask yourself, what if everything I believe about myself is a lie? And when that question shakes you, let it. Because sometimes, the cracks in your identity are not weaknesses, they are openings where the light comes in. Step through them. Choose to live.